All right, Emmanuel,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Man, it is a pleasure.
And you're Imani, right?
Yes, Imani. Gotta get our show love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us a tour of your facility, of your beautiful herbal shop. See you got the herbs, you got the clothes. This is like, it's not just a herbal center, it's like a cultural center,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Where
sir.
people can come in and discover culture. So just tell me more about how did this place get started and what do you all have to offer here for in terms of why is this culture? Because I feel the culture, but I'd love to hear from you.
Well, first of all, we've been here 5 years, and it started as a struggle, trying to make ends meet. But we started having different visions of what we wanted to do with the place and what we wanted to offer, because we do have a lot to offer. We have a lot of culture things. We have a lot of mental, problems. People have mental problems that we try to help. Some people have family problems, and some people have health issues, that we try to help with. It's a little difficult when you know, you're a black man struggling in this United States of America, and you have more things going against you than for you. So we respect every customer that walks through the door. We make them feel right at home. We tell them the truth about what can be done to help them. We tell them what to eat and what not to eat. It's part of the culture. So that's what we're doing.
Why do you think it's important that, because right now we're on 54th Street, right? And this is like a central street. Why is it important from a cultural standpoint that places like this exist? Because in Miami, they're buying up all the real estate.
They're trying to buy us out too.
Yeah. So, why is it important that we do our best, or you're doing your best to preserve these types of places? Why is it
Well,
important?
like I said, first of all, we noticed what's been happening here in Miami for the past 5-6 years. Gentrification has been going on, and we try our best to try to preserve what we can. It's unfortunate that our people are not up to understanding certain things and certain struggles, but what we have done is, like I said, make everybody feel welcome when they come here. Let them know that they have brothers and sisters here that are here to help them with their problems. The message is going around. People are learning about us. People are learning about what we're doing. And they're starting to come. They're starting to show a presence here. So it's very good, that this is going on in spite of all the other things that are happening.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think my generation can do to support and uplift? Because one of the things while I'm doing it as an individual, my talent is storytelling. So I want to be able to tell more stories like this, right? Because sometimes we think the story with the most likes on Instagram is the best story, but everybody has a story. So why do you think your story is so important to preserve?
That's the most important to us, is telling the truth about certain problems, certain problems that our community is dealing with. And we feel that there's some changes that we could bring. There's also ways that, we can bring help to the people. So that's the most important thing.
In terms of people who've used your products or use your services, when they come back and what has been some of the emotional perspective that they be like, yes, because I know you see people probably come in asking questions, nervous. What's that process like when you see them come in for the first time, then they use your product and they come back and they're like,
That was really good. Yeah. I just had a customer this morning that told someone about us. And the person went back to that person and told him, hey, the product that he gave me really worked for me. That makes me feel good. And you were talking about young people. You'd be so surprised how many young people are changing their lives right now. It makes me feel good that our community is waking up. You see a lot of young kids that come from wherever they come from, and they want to be in that culture. They want to be part of that culture. So it makes me feel good.
wow.
It makes me feel good.
What would you tell my generation? Because I know we have, and this is more for the audience who's listening. Where should they, because you know, some people, they don't know where to start or where to turn when they're trying to make a change, whether it's health or relationship, but in this case, probably health and mental wellness. What advice would you give them to where do they start?
Well, it's hard because people have been confused all their lives. You tell them the truth, they don't believe you because they've been taught differently. But once they realize that, hey, this guy did tell me the truth, that's the best thing for me because then I know they'll come back. And the service that we give to people, when they get here and they find out that we are telling the truth about certain things, that helps. You know, that helps. So we used to have food, vegan food here, and for some reason, the city told us that we can't sell food because we didn't have a restaurant. We had a food trailer, but you should see how many young people, young brothers and sisters that are vegans. That was so important to me because, you know, I felt that our people are waking up. You know, people are telling us, oh, we don't eat meat anymore. We're just trying to find a good restaurant to eat. Even though we didn't have a restaurant, but that's what people call wherever you could get food from, a restaurant. And
So they were craving somewhere they could go that was cultured and has culture to be able to
that is correct.
spend their dollars, spend their time.
That is correct.
Wow.
That is correct.
That's part.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we focus on the problem, but you're focused on the solution. You all focus on the solution here, and I'm excited for more people to know about what you all offer, not just in terms of buying the product, but the culture.
That's correct.
And if we can maintain these cultural hubs and make it the norm, right? We should have more, you know, a bunch of vegan Maries out there that everybody's supporting.
Oh, wow.
Tourists come in town, they come in, you know.
Let me tell you something. When you say tourists, we have people that we see that have been coming back for 5 years that don't live in Miami.
Wow.
But every time they come to Miami, they'll come visit us because of what they found here. You know, we have people that live right around the corner. They don't come every day, but at least once a week they'll come by the shop.
They stop by.
And you know, we had this Chandelier here this morning. Every Saturday she'll come here.
Wow.
Every Saturday because she says that we did something for her. You know, so that makes you feel good, and that gives you, you know, encouragement to do more things that are right. You know, so
one thing I noticed, like what you're saying, every Saturday, and I think what you have that sometimes a lot of other Black businesses may not have is that consistency, that level of reliability and consistency. You go South Miami, or not even South, downtown, those restaurants have a certain structure, they're open at a certain time, and so it creates a sense of predictability. And you all have that here. It's open and it's inviting. When I walked in, the energy is just, it's there. It's not like this little tiny place where it's like, are they open? It's like, it's very inviting. So I just noticed that from my perspective, which is really cool.
yes.
That's really cool.
And one of the things that people tell us is the energy they feel when they come in here, and we'll try to do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
We can try to stays that way,
Yeah. And so I'm going to dive into a little bit of your story in terms of, were you born and raised in Miami-Dade, or how did you end up here, present day, at working at Vegan Marie? What's your story?
I came here when I was 6 years old. We migrated to a little place called Spring Valley, New York. That's upstate New York. And
From Haiti, or?
from Haiti.
Okay.
And from Haiti, I'm
Haiti.
sorry, not Haiti.
Yeah.
From Haiti. And it's the same thing, but Haiti, we don't hate anybody.
Sure.
We didn't put the H in the name. It's always been Haiti, and I guess the white men changed it because it was easier for them to say. So when I came here, I was 6. We moved to Miami in the late 70s. Graduated high school here in Miami. Never went to college, so it's been a hustle trying to do the right thing, I mean, we all, had some downfalls, but the great thing about a downfall is when you're able to get up, wipe yourself, and go the right way, So I thank God for that. And I came to Miami and lived here, left, and came back because nowhere has the fruits, the sun. It's all right here. It's just like home. You have the fruits, you have coconuts, you have avocados, you have sour salt.
Everything.
So, plus you have the beach, so it's almost like home, except you don't have the hills. So Miami, I've been calling home, for the past 30, 40 years. And it's remaining that way until I'm able to go back home.
Yeah.
Because that's my only dream, is to go back home.
Yeah. Do you remember a lot of Haiti?
Of course. Like, I used to go there every year.
Oh, what? Tell me. Okay. Tell me about your adventures.
Oh, plenty of them. Excuse me. Haiti is not. I've been to Africa. I've been to other places in the Caribbean, and I've been to a lot of states here in the United States. Nowhere feels like home. Nowhere. I mean, I used to leave home and go about 2.5 hours away from my house to go to the beach.
Wow.
And I was a little boy. I was maybe not even 16 years old yet. And when we come back from the beach, we go way up in the hills, another 2-3 hours away from my house, just to go breathe fresh air. It used to get cold, so we had to get a coat.
What? In Haiti?
Oh, yeah.
Get cold?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It gets cold in the mountains.
You don't think of that when you think.
It gets very cold in the mountains.
Wow.
And so a few years ago, I went and buttoned up in the mountains, and I can't wait to go back. I can't wait.
So you got plans to go back? That's awesome. So you're going back home?
I hope God gives you the life
Yes.
and see the country in a different way.
Yeah.
Because it's not well right now. What's going on in Haiti is really hurting me. Because before, if you dropped your wallet full of money in it, people would break their necks to find you and give you back your wallet, and wait for you to count, make sure you have all your money there. But now they break your neck to take your wallet.
Oh,
So it's
yeah, that's a different narrative.
yeah, it's very different from the time I was growing up to. I mean, you can't even trust your best friend.
Wow.
Because he might get you kidnapped. because they feel like you might have to, a little bit of money for them. So it's very different.
Yeah. Do you feel like because we're in here in Little Haiti, Haiti, right now in Miami, do you feel like what's the state of the culture in terms of, is there more cultural preservation of like the Haitian culture, or do you feel like it's slipping? Because you've been here for a while, so you're just seeing the changes.
Well, like I said, this was Little Haiti. It's not anymore. Because after gentrification, walked into the door, most Haitians don't live in Little Haiti anymore. They go further north, and this was a place where, because I grew up in the south of Miami, in Color Ridge area, and I used to come to Little Haiti to eat griot. That's where I used to eat pork. It's fried pork. Griot is a fried pork, well seasoned, and we used to come down here to play soccer, and there were Haitians working all over the streets, and all you have to do is say "sac passe," and you hear "naboule," but you don't see that anymore. You see nothing but Caucasians mostly walking the streets, and it's hurtful. And I used to have a radio show here in Miami, and I used to tell the people that Little Haiti is not going to stay the same way it is. Because here you're 5 minutes away from Miami Airport. You're 5 minutes from downtown Miami. You're 10 minutes from South Beach. So, this is prime location. And I was inviting my brothers and sisters to come here and buy land. But they didn't want to be close to the boat people, what they call the boat people, because they they came here on a green card or whatever, so it was unfortunate. But now they regret, because now I see houses here in Little Haiti going for $4 million.
$4 million?
$4 million. Right next door to me, a guy sold his house, is probably $4 million. There's a place here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, $1.8 million.
Jeez.
I used to see the prices in Coral Gables by the sea. That's where you used to see $1 million homes, not in Little Haiti. So it's changing.
Yeah. Wrapping this conversation up, and I appreciate you sharing, because people need to hear it from different perspectives, and that's my job, to share, give you all the platform to share your perspective. Is there anything that you'd like to share or leave with the audience as you continue to grow your business? What would you like to leave for the audience?
Well, I'm thinking about this for a minute, but
Take your time.
no, we need to know that, first of all, we are one people. Once you have melanin, no matter where you're from, this is where you started, Africa. And we need to know that, giving us money is not going to make you. It's you that have to make yourself. It's what you carry inside of you. And that's the only thing that I would tell the people, to know who they are, to know where they're from, and live that way, because it's kind of hard right now.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share and to be a part of your story and share it with others. Thank you all for watching. Can't wait to show you all the great content that we got. When you see this on social media, go give them a like, a follow at The Vegan Marie.
Yes, The Vegan Marie.
In Miami, Florida, where I grew up, born and raised. And I'm so thankful for you all tuning in to another episode of the Camera Rolling video series. And you already know, camera rolling.